United States Congress has introduced a bill seeking visa bans and assets freezes against leaders of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria and Miyetti Allah Kautal Hore, accusing them of serious violations of religious freedom against Christians. Sponsored by Rep. Smith Christopher, the bill aligns with President Donald Trump's decision to redesignate Nigeria as a country of particular concern over alleged persecution of Christians. The Nigerian government has downplayed the development, saying it is not in panic mode. Minister of Information Mohammed Idris said Abuja has opened diplomatic channels with Washington to address the concerns. He reiterated that Nigeria guarantees freedom of religion and remains committed to the safety of all citizens, regardless of faith or ethnicity. Meanwhile, reports indicate the U.S. military is drawing up contingency plans for possible airstrikes in Nigeria, following Trump's directive to prepare to intervene over killings of Christians. Responding, President Bola Tinubu dismissed claims of religious intolerance, affirming Nigeria's commitment to peace, unity, and protection of all faiths under the Constitution. Victor Nyicha, what do you make of this story?
Well, I've been following this whole issue of President Trump and the sanctions and several statements he's made about the killings in the northern part, mostly in the northern part of Nigeria, and the issues that have come out of it. And I think for me, it's an unfortunate situation. It signals a failure in leadership across different sectors to take incisive and decisive decisions, both in security and other sectors of the country. It shows failure in the part of leadership. You want to ask yourself, what has our government been doing? How much have they been doing? Clearly not enough. Clearly not enough. So it's unfortunate that this whole thing is happening. But for the visa ban and assets seizure and all of that, that the Congress is pushing for, I support it, and I think it should happen. Long overdue. We should have had these measures long time ago. You know that you've been receiving monies or getting people that have corrupted the country to come and invest in your country. Stop them from coming in. Ban their visas. Ban corrupt politicians. If you have, ban their visas. Let them stay here, and or whatever consequences, let us face it together. I support all of that. It's a move that I support. However, the United States of America, there's this superiority complex. They think because they are America, all of a sudden, when they take decisions, like the posture they've had recently, is that we have leadership that has failed, which is true. But to think that they know better and they are going to make decisions that will make Nigeria better, I think is false. Because we all know, the antecedent of the influence of American government decision on other countries, other sovereign nations. It has never been transparent. It has never been honest. It has never been sincere one. So we can go, okay, look at what she's saying, that, Miyetti Allah is not the only. We have politicians. It's not just about me. We have Christians that are people that are Jewish people that are Christians, that are in America, that have gone to America, bought houses. We have Christians that have committed serious crimes that have led to the death of several persons, that have gone to the US and other countries to get assets. Yes, ban their visa. We have politicians, high elites that have done stuff that we all know that is in public space, that these things are not moral, are not good, are corrupt. Those kind of people, yes, we agree, ban their visa, do all of that. But don't come and sound like, because if you do this to Miyetti Allah, I'm sure they have their reason. Look at what happened in New York City. The current governor of New York City is a Muslim, and Trump made a statement. The president made a statement saying he is going to withdraw all extra funds, that he's going to send only the barest minimum of support from the federal government, down to New York City, because he feels they are going to mismanage it. because he feels that New York City is going to be worse for it because of so many things he said about it. That's just an instance to show you that in a state, as America is, you can have, different structure, different people, different levels of and types of leadership in the state, which would largely mean that what you have in Borno State, in the Zamfara State, you have the height of this criminality by terrorists because of the closeness of the border and the porousness of the border. It is sometimes peculiar to these areas. It is not a general. We are not a seriously intolerant country. We're not a country of Christians. We are Africans. We're Nigerians. What influences our day-to-day life more is our culture and our tradition more than religion. So the problem we're having in this country is not more of religion than it is culture. Go to Plateau State, go to Benue State. Most of these issues are territorial issues that have been happening for a very long time. These non-state actors that are causing have not been decisively dealt with. But that does not say that the people in Port Harcourt, both Muslims and Christians, do not coexist. Go to Abuja, the same thing. Go to several states in Nigeria. We have Christians, Muslims, and non-Christian or non-Muslim coexisting peacefully. So while I understand and I agree with banning visa ban and all of this, I think the American people should be informed, properly informed, before taking some of the decisions they do, as it is not a general problem. It's a problem that is peculiar and specific, and that is why we're going to need to address it technically, sensibly, and sensitively. Not, the American government, first of all, coming to address, the people as a disgraced people. How do you support somebody that is disgraced? How do you generalize with the killings that is happening in California and most parts states?
He said disgraced. He said disgraced country. He said disgraced country, not people. He said the disgraced country, not people. But one would say, on the other hand, if you're looking at it from a different perspective, one would say Nigeria has been in the international media space for the wrong reasons for years now, and that has led to maltreatment of Nigerians, as they migrate or as they travel from one country to the other.
I'd like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'd like to say something. I agree with you on that. But the American government has always been have also been in the news for negative reasons. Look at the Charlie Kirk and is that not disgraceful? Is that not shameful? Look at the intolerance for people, choosing they say, okay, the gay rights, whatever that is going on, the LGBT. Is that not disgraceful? For us as Africans, that is disgraceful. And this is what has been running the top burners of America, where schools are banning. In America, they banned religious teaching in terms of Christianity. You cannot read the Bible in school. You have several incidents where, children are turning programs, entertainment programs, are being corrupted by, LGBT and gay content. For us as Africans, that is disgraceful. Yes, we all have
Victor, just to bring you up to date on that, the Supreme Court of the United States has actually backed President Trump's decision to ban LGBTQ passports and all of that. So either you are male or you're female, you cannot be in between. That is a decision that was recently taken. I think that was yesterday. But then, moving forward, what you have said, to a large extent, one would say when it compares to the reality of Nigeria, one would say might, not really weigh in that sense. This is a country where the Nigerian customs seized bags of rice from Nigerians, probably contraband, and guess what? Gave some bags to terrorists in the bush and actually did press release to that effect. I have the video. It happened in this country. This is a country where supposed leaders come out to say, tweet, and say, oh, we cannot kill terrorists, they are our brothers. This is a country where IPOB is proscribed to be a terrorist organization, but bandits and killer Fulani herdsmen are called brothers. This is a country where the state government holds negotiations with bandits and televises it. Should I go ahead to mention bigger disgrace? I think when we are looking at these issues, sentiments aside, one would say, have our leaders acted disgracefully in terms of insecurity in Nigeria? Is it because it's coming from Trump? Should I go ahead to mention where one of the political elites also said that, boasted on Twitter that he is proud to be an Islamic extremist? Go ahead, please. Go ahead as we round up.
I think you're missing a point in the conversation. I think you're missing a point in the conversation. I have not said that Nigerian leaders have not disgraced us. I mean, Nigerian people, a lot of times, just like you're saying, we can keep counting, I will count 1,000 and we've not even finished. But we can also count the good. We can also count some positives. My point is, on the American government, I have not said that we've done. I'm saying it is utterly wrong for a president of the United States of America to come. You're trying to say you want to defend the people, and then the first thing you do is address the people, the country, as an already disgraced country.
But then have our leaders acted? When you say what are the leaders, have our leaders have they been acting differently?
America is a disgraced country. I can give reasons why. I can give reasons. I can also give reasons why America is a great country. I'm saying, coming from the president of the United States, it doesn't show that we have relationships as country. It is irresponsible for a president to come and refer to another country as an already disgraced. Why trying to say you want to come and help them? It shows a lot of ulterior, and that is what I'm saying. I agree with you. Our leaders have disgraced us a lot of ways. But Nigeria as a country is not a disgraced country. I refuse to agree with that ideology. These are the problems that we have when we go around the world. Then imagine you going around the world and once you present your passport, what they see is as a disgrace. That is not for me an ideal way to represent a country, as big as Nigeria. Yes, we have leadership that have failed us on several levels. Several levels. But still, coming from the president of the United States, for me, I think it was completely irresponsible. And look at the Senator Ted Cruz, that has been one of the major proponents of some of these issues. Go and look at the antecedents and look at the statement they made before this time. This is the same thing. So for me, all I'm saying is, coming from the Americans, see, Nigerians, I've said this several times, that Nigerians need to wake up and be responsible for their actions and their leadership. We are supposed to do that. Yes, we have failed. If the American government wants to support the country, let them support tactically and technically, not in the embarrassing way that President Trump has done, referring to. For me, I think that was extreme and irresponsible for me. Do we need their support? Yes, we need the support of the United States to calm the highly insensitive, leadership that we have and how they have been not willing to be decisive in this decision. But I feel the approach of the United States government, a risk of mediocrity, and I don't think for me is a wake-up call for us as Nigerians to do the right things and ensure that our leadership is held responsible.